I guess next up would be Eddie Crawford with The Bridge. I guess the first question I have is, and I know the answer, where did the story come from?
Actually, it's strange. I drank a lot the night before, and I was sleeping at your house. And
This is not a pornographic movie.
no. And honestly, I was at a bus stop in Queens, and I suffer from panic attacks, so I didn't want to get on the bus, and I started to write this screenplay based on my experiences that morning, which were probably induced by the amount of alcohol I drank that night before.
You know, one thing that really struck me, and I didn't realize it in first read-through, was part of Bettina Sky, where, and Bettina, if you don't mind grabbing the mic, the whole idea. Well, no, you can take one, Eddie. There's another one here.
Mike's over here. Okay.
You know, the whole idea of the subconscious, the id, the superego, whatever. You bring that into the piece in a comedic way, but it's very profound as you attack the fear in a subliminal way, in a subconscious way. If you want to talk, you know, director, actress, how that came about.
Well, I knew, is this on, or?
I think so.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
No.
No?
Yes. Yes.
The day that I wrote it, I knew, when I'm struggling at a bus stop and I didn't want to get on the bus, I have like someone talking to me, not literally, but talking to me, and it's my subconscious, and it's telling me, don't be afraid, get on the bus, there's no reason to fear a bridge, blah, blah, blah. And when I thought about who I would cast, Bettina, you know, I've worked with before, she just plays these outrageous characters. They're almost caricaturish, but she's so believable that I knew that, you know, she'd be perfect to cast.
Bettina, you want to stand on that a
I mean, I thought it was kind of an interesting and difficult role because it was not real. So I kind of struggled with how to make it look real, and yet it's like a mystery character. So I kind of struggled with how to do that. So
I found your performance riveting.
Yeah.
You know, you made a surreal character real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost, you know, we knew who you were, but the people around you didn't know who you were, but you made it believable in the setting.
because, like, as an actress, you have to believe your character is real. Like, you can't really.
Like you're almost fighting to be seen,
And
but
I
you
do
couldn't be
live
seen.
there on
She
that
lives
bus
at that bus stop.
So that
Right.
So,
You wanted to be
all that
seen. You're doing
bad-
everything. You're doing
all
everything
those
in your
bags were
power.
all my stuff, and that was really my home. So
right. You shot that.
The reality.
Yeah.
it makes it
No, but
easier.
seriously, it was almost like you were trying to force your way into being a physical being.
Yeah, I mean, I played
You
it in
couldn't-
my mind like this is a real character, this is a real person, and this person doesn't necessarily want to speak to me. Like, we've all had that experience where you're trying to tell someone something, or certainly tell someone what to do and how to behave, and they don't want to hear your advice. They want to push you away. But certainly I have. Like, you know, I know how everyone should live, basically, and not everyone wants to listen to me. So I kind of use that.
And thank you so much, Bettina, for that. And Marcia, I mean, how did you play off that? You know, it's almost like you see her there, but no one else sees her there.
Well, I didn't know Bettina before this, but I was very happy to meet her. And we had such a great chemistry that I loved the sort of, you know, we had our relationship, and then I had the other relationships with everybody else at the bus stop. But it was, at first when I read the script, I didn't get that she was in my head. So I didn't read it very well, probably. But
No, I can explain that.
yeah, Eddie can explain that to you.
The reason for that is that Bettina is Marsha is an actively working actress. We all probably have seen her in a bunch of Ed Burns movies.
Ed Burns.
Yes. So when I gave her the script, it was kind of like, yeah, I'll read it, dude. You know.
No.
And then I got very lucky where she said, I will do this for you.
It's not true. I did not do that. But I love that, and I love the fact that he's like an Ed Burns sycophant, and brought that into the script, which made it really fun. But it wasn't hard filming because we had our relationship, and then I could sort of act off of the other people. But she was always there, so that made it
I was
easy,
always there.
and very present. So that made it easy.
There's one shot where I love when you come, everybody thinks you're going on the bus and you're coming off.
Oh, let me tell a story about
How
that.
did you, what's going on
So
with that?
here's what you guys need to know. We're filming in Newburgh, where there's not a lot of filming. First of all, we had like people on the bus rioting practically because a homeless person was sitting on the ground, and that's not a proper way to show a homeless person. That homeless
They were
people would
pretty
not
upset
sit
about
on the
that.
ground. They were really upset. In fact, Bettina just told me they called the mayor the next day and said this filming was going on and it wasn't. And we kept saying, but she's a figment of my imagination. But that didn't fly.
They
So-
didn't like that a homeless person was portrayed as sitting on the ground, because they were all homeless, and they don't sit on the ground, they sit on the bus stop.
They sit on
So
the
they actually went to the mayor of Newburgh, according to Eddie, and they said, we didn't like the way you're portraying homeless people in this movie.
So we're filming in a very real environment. So to add to that, Eddie's like, just get on the bus and tell the bus driver, because I slipped in $20 earlier today, that you're gonna stop as soon as you get through the light and get off the bus, right? So I get on the bus and I'm like, hey dude, you're my guy, we have to just stop right there. And he goes, what?
Yeah, how did that work? That doesn't sound very,
And Eddie's like, oh my god, they changed guys. Just go through the line, stop.
Johnny did not show up at 2.
So that happened.
Yeah, no. Well, Newburgh is like 60 miles north of here if you're not familiar with it. And it's a pretty rough, edgy city.
It's
And,
great. It's
yeah.
great.
And so, you know, where we shot, there was like a lot of homeless people around, and they thought that Bettina was really homeless and we were exploiting her. They didn't know that she was just like part-time homeless. So,
so this
I
was not
actually have
a
a nice
documentary. All right, thank you, Eddie.
yeah. Am I cut off? Okay.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much, guys. How about your film? Dylan. Nasophilia. That's a term not heard very often, but tonight it was heard quite frequently and with great crowds. Can you expand on the concept? What you go on?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess the film began when me and Kate first met, and my sister as well, when we were touring Israel together. Birthright, yes, for free. But yeah, it really just came from Kate, because me and my sister thought Kate was hilarious, because she is. And we were thinking of a way to exploit her sense of humor for our own gain. You know, she did all these voices. We started fooling around, and me and my sister do this kind of old Jewish woman voice. We have our own versions of it. She started doing her own voices, and we said we have to do something with this. So it was fun. It was kind of my first experience working with Kate, and then also my sister, because my sister is starting to get interested in art direction, and I've always been a filmmaker. So it was kind of a fun. It was definitely the point of it was to have fun and to make something more of a hobby rather than a serious, stressful act of creation.
And who isn't aroused by noses, right?
Seriously? No. Nasophilia, the definition is nose fetish, so I don't know if there's anyone in the crowd who... Okay.
No one will admit it.
Where did the specific fetish come from?
Well, nasophilia actually isn't in the movie really. It's just a title because I was searching a website of fetish names and thought it was the most interesting name. But the other fetishes in the movie are different. There's old people fetish, film noir fetish, which probably doesn't exist.